Alright, boys and girls, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. This is my next review coming soon, turboant V8. I'm also going to be doing a video on the X7 Max as well pretty soon, so keep an eye out for that as well. Probably Saturday I will do a review on this and let you know what my thoughts are, what could be improved, so on and so forth. So everybody have a great day. We'll see you on the next round. So my first thoughts on opening up the box. It does have the good styrofoam that's quite thick. However, if this gets damaged in shipping, I don't see this protecting it, because as you can see on the sides, there is no there's no insulation, any foam or anything like that. It's just the box, that's it. So if something in transit gets a hole punched through this thing, unfortunately it's probably going to damage the deck or one of the lights or something. So I'd like to see the packaging done a little bit better, but let's go from there, see what else we have. Oh, it does come with some tools to install this. Now these are just cheap throwaway tools. However, for just a one-time putting something together, it's perfectly fine. But at least they do give you tools, so that's an upside. You can get the thing put together with what they send you. Okay, so we do have two chargers that come with the unit. The battery that comes in the stem, this can be removed and it can be set in here and charged while this one is being charged as well. The locking mechanism is actually quite nice. It's fairly beefy. I love the design of the front and all. It appears to be very stout. The kickstand is a little disappointing, as I thought that was going to be aluminum, and that's plastic. Obviously there's going to be an aluminum rod on the inside, but just a little plastic cover. Going to go ahead and install the bars at this point and go from there. But again, it does come with two chargers, so you can opt out to charge the battery in here. You can charge it as well as charge the stem battery at the same time that way, or you can just use one of these to plug it in the stem and then charge both of them at the same time. So anyway, here we go. Okay, so looking at the battery, you have a 7.5 amp hour battery. If you look here, it says 36 volt 15 amp hour. So it almost makes you think this is a 15 amp hour battery. This one is 7.5. However, 7.5 and 7.5 is 15. So it's 15 amp hour full capacity between both of the batteries. It does have a very lightweight, cheap feeling controller. However, if it works, it works. And you have to keep in mind also, a lot of controllers are in an aluminum box. So this may or may not reduce heat because it's thinner, it's much lighter. And it has a little bit more airflow to it. Unfortunately, I do not see a speed limiter wire. The top speed claims to be 20 miles per hour, and I will be running a GPS test on that pretty soon. But again, 15 amp hour battery, that's still quite good. So not bad at all. I'm going to put this back together and we'll go from there. See you in a minute. Okay, so just to go over, you do have two 7.5. So again, it does come with two 7.5 amp hour batteries. If you were to charge it strictly on the upright post, you're looking at close to 12 to 14 hours. But they do send two 2.5 amp chargers. So you can charge your primary battery here and use the secondary to charge here, and that'll get you a charge time of about 6 hours. So overall, the turboant V8, the suspension is a bit stiff, but remember, after a while of riding it, the suspension will soften up a little bit. It does have a very aggressive look to it. I've always liked the turboant V8 look. The taillights and the lights on the front are pretty bright. You do have an indication also on your screen. So the more you hit the throttle, the more it shows that the throttle is being pressed. Now this is also, remember, this is a push scooter, so it's not going to take off with me hitting the throttle. On the opposite side, I have a brake indicator. Again, the harder I pull, the more the brake engages. Now, it does have regen braking, so the harder you pull, the front motor will engage it harder and harder. It does have a bell. You do have 3 modes, and again, the lights are pretty bright. And you do have 3 in the back. So these lights are pretty impressive. As well as 3 in the front. You've got 2 here and the one up top. Now, honestly, it's not the brightest light for night riding. But it's definitely, you can definitely be seen riding at night. No longer do you have 2 buttons to mess with here, you have a single. Now the upside, and the thing that impressed me the most about the scooter, they claim 20 miles an hour. I went on a test ride today and I used GPS like I always do. Top speed, flat surface, 23 miles per hour. I was very shocked to see that. Honestly, I was thinking I was going to see 18 miles an hour. So to see 23 miles per hour was amazing. Now the display will stop at 20. It's just the way they've got it programmed. I weigh 180 pounds now. So at 5'8", 180 pounds, I was still able to hit 23 miles an hour. So again, very impressive. The battery on the top is very easy to take off. You do have a switch here. If I pull up on it, it's going to release this battery. So you need to keep the spring up position while you remove the battery, because your positive and negative terminals are going to be up top. Once you remove the battery, you can release this pin and it'll drop the connector back in place. Same as going in with the scooter battery. You're going to want to hold up on this as you slide the battery in, then release this so it'll come down and make contact with your battery. Folding mechanism is nice. Very simple to use, easy to understand. All you have to do is you pull up on this, and then this will pull back. Very simple. Very easy to fold and unfold. And if I pull a little harder, it's going to drop down and it locks in place. To carry the scooter, I believe it's approximately 50 pounds. It's not the lightest thing, but it is manageable. You can load this up in a car fairly easy. But again, overall, I'm pretty impressed with this. This is a great starter scooter. And again, this is a push scooter, which means you do have to push off 1 foot and then the throttle will engage at that time. The design, again, love it. It's a very cool design. Top speed, again, 23 miles an hour, which is pretty impressive. I suspect with a 15 amp hour battery, you're going to get about 18 miles on a charge running full throttle, and probably around 20 to 22 if you're running in second gear at around 18. Level 1, you're going to get closer to 50 miles, but I don't know anybody that's going to be riding at 10 miles an hour. If you do, you get close to 50 miles. Again, it does come with 2 charge stations. It comes with this one, and then this goes directly to the battery underneath the deck, but it also will charge this at the same time if you leave it in the stem. However, that again, like I've said earlier, it's going to take about 14 hours to charge that way, so it's best to utilize both chargers. Overall, great little scooter, lots of fun, excellent for beginners and people that have ridden for a while would even like this. This is not a hill climbing beast. So in other words, this is more of a commuter scooter that is good for a little bit of hilly areas, not much, pretty minimal hills, and mostly flat riding. And this thing will do absolutely great. If you have any questions on this scooter here, let me know. I'll do my best to answer it. And I will see you guys on the next round. Again, everyone that follows me, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. If you're watching the video, thank you for stopping by and checking it out. Again, everyone have a good day. Take care.